Where do the humans actually go at night? Well, it might seem kind of obvious, and maybe we're overthinking it. They're fat and lazy, because that that does fit the bill for everyone. I know, and but I went to other nations, and they aren't so fat, and in order to maintain that second or third world with a first world cover infrastructure, couldn't possibly be lazy, even though I didn't see trucks delivering products in the streets. But I did notice, still in that nation, there was a lot more of them, and there were a lot more out. But till 3 a.m., magically everything vanished, and I walked down the roads, and from 3 to 5 a.m., it was like a ghost town. And we have COVID 2020 where I was traveling around, and like there wasn't people in a lot of places, and there wasn't people in their houses either. There was no flickering TV light, no shadows being cast from people walking around in some of the houses and stuff. And they definitely wouldn't have been on vacation because they wouldn't have been allowed in other nations, right? So those aren't the answers. And so I kind of came to the conclusion, like, oh, it just shuts the bots down at night to give you like a safe place away from them for once. And I was thinking like the beings of light. Obviously, how are they made? Like, are they robots? Are they actually like expensive ass robots walking around? Probably not. And so we rule that out, and it's like, so what are they, holograms or pixels? And that would like actually, like, obviously I'm assuming pixels because they're saying holograms, and they've never said anything of value, have they? So instantly, like, you rule that out. If they're saying it, then it's wrong. But I did notice, like, there's even less people where there's less light. Obviously, not a city area, right? But I didn't meet a single person out in like, a, the jungles and forests when it was like 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. I didn't even see I didn't even hear animals and stuff. I couldn't see much because it was pretty pitch black, right? But that meant there was no light available. Fucking almost leaning towards the hologram thing. But I don't know. I get the idea. The reason why is because there's like a safe space from them and stuff. Like, really, everyone's just so fat and lazy. They just sleep all day, and they don't even attempt to like fight for their right to die. They hate life so much that they just sit around and do nothing. They don't even attempt. They don't have the mathematical brain power to be like, well, I'm going to be here 50 more years. If I don't like this place so much, I just sit around and do nothing. Maybe I should like kill myself. Like, this is either going to be 50 more years or 10 days of hard work. It's a pretty fucking simple equation. Or 10 million 10 days of hard work. 10 days of hard work or 10 million 10 days of sitting around fucking waiting for something good to happen. I'm assuming here they make them disappear because quiet time. I was thinking about how the world resets and shit, but it doesn't require night to do that. Like, I've woken up at like 2 p.m. and then the shit I was talking about happened in the movie, and in the movies, the news was like, oh, that happened at like 2 a.m. and stuff. And of course, there's no smoke until I open my door for some reason. So they might be fat and lazy in this country. And who knows, they might be skinny and lazy in other countries due to unable to fucking get food. But I I don't think that's the real reason why the world's empty right now. And is it all the time at night? I mean, they even use the human bots to make some music discussing this and shit. When in 2020 and stuff, and they didn't quite discuss it. They just said like the night doesn't provide anything, and it's like, well, why is that, Professor Dipshit? Fucking, I get the idea. It's much like the rest of the shit I've seen. Obviously, it would be like that. That could be how the world was created in the first place, how it appears to exist. But so you have to take from that, what it is that causes them to lock the humans away for like 6 hours a day. And I kind of, like I said, I kind of assumed from first that it's a time to be away from them, since there is no other way to get away from them. You at least have like 4 hours of the day where you don't have to be around them. Fucking, because I definitely wouldn't go out at night if they were out there. So, for me, that's what it is. I'm still not going to go out there because they're somewhere around there. So, these days, that's still not enough. But, yeah, what do you guys think? You guys think the humans are just so fat and lazy that they actually sleep all the time? You guys think maybe it's related to how they get shut down like robots, like bots, and disappear from the world and do everything they're told as if they're non-living beings? I get the idea. I get the idea everything, actually, the real answer is based around why they do those things and nothing else they say. You have the pedophiles, the Abrahamic pedophiles, our good Lord and Savior Einstein and pals, and Jeffrey Epstein. They teach us that the humans are diurnal animals, and so they don't be awake at night. Well, I guess I guess it doesn't include me because I'm not a human, right? Well, I guess someone's lying about what the humans are, and well, who's lying about everything, and who's the rich, fucking overprivileged race that is the only people allowed to say anything about anything? Well, maybe them. So, obviously, they're lying because they're speaking words. So it's not because they're diurnal animals who go to sleep at night and wake up in the morning. I noticed too, the only time I see other humans out is when there's light out somewhere, like a street light or bar lights and shit like that. And I said, in the middle of the forest, I didn't even hear animals like running around me. You'd think like some mountain lions or some bears would be like, oh shit, it's a free meal. What the fuck is this retard doing out here? But I didn't even hear that shit. And it's not like I'm not out there screaming and yelling. They could, the fucking mountain lions and shit bears could fucking hear me and stuff. But nothing appeared when it was like totally pitch black almost. It almost lends credence to that. Except for they talk about the holographic universe so much, you can pretty much assume that's a lie. Like, here we are, like fucking, for 6,000 years they bamboozled these fools that they're going to go to heaven if they give them all their money. And what is heaven? Well, it's just space. And then one day someone has a brain fart and they get scared and they change the dialogue from heaven to space. And so now they got another 6,000 years of paying tribute to get to heaven. Fucking to people who are living in heaven on earth. As long as they have all that money, they're living in their gold palaces and fucking fancy lifestyles running all the nations and every fucking corporation building down to the lowest Dollar Tree and shit. Fucking. So we can write that off. It's like, that's incorrect simply because we know when they talk that, like, you have made a mistake. You have allowed them close enough to talk to you because it's about to be some bullshit. They're about to suck your life like a vampire and shit in the most inefficient way they can, if they have to go as far as inefficiency, right? Fucking, they got their squads out there during the daylight hours to run this efficiency network of slowly sucking blood and life from people. But yeah, so we rule that out naturally because they're saying the words, and we know when they say a word that it's of no value. So you just, you wash that baby straight down the drain. You chop that baby up before you wash it down with the bathwater, because a baby might clog your pipes, and you might have to pay a couple $100 to have Roto-Rooter come clean your pipes. So you don't just wash the baby down the drain. Babies don't even fit down drains. You're gonna have to deal with the baby. It's that little fucking mutant monster baby from that one horror movie. And the baby is like a demon and shit. I guess there's like 5 like that, right? And so yeah, that's that. I think that I think there's a little bit more to why the world's completely empty at night, besides their fucking fat and lazy trash. I know that's like, I'm always saying, don't overthink things. But we're not. We're comparing how people magically disappear in 2020 to how people have always magically disappeared at 1 a.m. So, all right, we're not overthinking that. Obviously, we learned that there's excuses to cover up what's really going on. They're all their excuses. Oh, diurnal. Oh, hungry. Oh, lazy. And those excuses, like, obviously don't explain how anything's created, or how the monkey Muppets fucking dance around on the strings and shit. So anything related to that needs to be thrown out the fucking window, because any previous explanations of the monkey Muppets and how they act has been purported by monkey Muppets themselves, trying to claim that there's something other than monkey Muppets. So we have to throw all that related to the monkey Muppet shit out the fucking window. And that explains possession and stuff like that, because it's the same damn computer operating each good and bad terrorist. It's the same damn child rapist fucking terrorist son of a bitch. Each time you fucking meet one of them. I mean, generally it is, right? There's only 7 humans out there, ain't there? Fucking, but 3.5 of them act differently. Aren't on the other side of them, except for 100% were in 2020 and lots of years before, like the year before 9/11, the month before COVID, fucking, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I get the idea that, hey, for once, I don't think we can actually blame anything on them being stupid and lazy. My bad, fat and lazy. Stupid has nothing to do with staying up and going to sleep all the time. I don't think we can blame anything on that. They should blame their creator for that, for being fucking pedophile trash. If anything, yeah. But they're too lazy to fucking do anything, so they're not gonna blame anyone. And they're too Nazi to not love themselves and their bloodline, so they're not going to even assume there's a problem with why they act like trash and shit. Fucking It, but unfortunately, it does lend credence to the holographic shit because it requires light for living beings to appear and shit. It seems to. I tested it for like a half a year. Watched it for like 30, 40 years. And they just completely disappear. Like they did in every now and then there's a person in the city fucking where the lights are and shit, but I've never seen one somewhere else. In all the decades I would go out at night to avoid the humans and then go farthest the fuck away I could to make sure I was avoiding them. Fucking. They wouldn't appear out there during the dark hours and shit. Should be. I mean, you would, like, if you never went to any place, that would be like the perfect time to go to some place for people who go places and shit. Like runners show up at 5, 6 a.m. because they don't want other people fucking in the forest with them when they're running the paths. So they show up at that time. So why not show up at 3 a.m. when you're sure no one's going to be there and stuff? I think it's possibly a combination of those two things and shit. But most things don't lend credence to the holographic thing, and it all just probably is just pixels and shit. But that does lend credence to the holographic thing. It's like, why? Is it really simply because it's giving you like a safe space from them and shit, like 3 hours a day? It's only 2 hours a day in that one nation, and then it's like 6 hours a day in America. I wouldn't have needed a safe space in another place. That was kind of disappointing that it was like mad party 24/7 and then shuts down at 4 a.m. And it's like, why are we shutting down? I gotta eat and shit, bro. It's like it's like 4 a.m. It's time to eat. I haven't ate breakfast yet. Gotta eat and get some bed. Get to sleep. But yeah, I know it's got something to do with some of that shit. Because everything has something to do with some of that shit. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd put out there. It lends credence that dumbass holographic theory. And obviously, like I've always said, the holographics are the future of visual technology. And for some reason, Earth doesn't bring that out. It might be one of those things that's incapable of rebuilding inside of itself. But that is weird. I've also always said that is the future of visual displays and video games. So that was easy for me to see when I was a kid. Of course, they put in that Star Wars shit, but I really don't even like that stuff. So I don't think it has anything to do. I think it has to do with me actually interacting with holograms and understanding that more than some small part in Star Wars that I've probably only seen once in my life anyways, so I don't obsess over. But yeah, it's so weird when they're gone at night. Like, you would think it would like create the night people at least, right? Like someone like you and shit. The game took 30 fucking years to try to invent people who are lying about it better than the ones before. Fucking. In some cases, it seems to be certain people just can't be created. Certain people, certain models can't be created certain ways. It seems like that might be a case there and stuff. I don't know, but I do know it's probably empty outside. But I'm not going to go out there until I get to die and forget about this place and go back to the real world where I don't have to deal with this place anymore. Fucking. Well, then that'd be a good time to go out. I went out the other night and didn't get to fuck up as much shit as I normally do in the shit, but still did. What is it? Wasn't as well trained and prepared for actually going out, but I still really wouldn't want to go outside. It's America. It's Columbus. It's Ohio. Am I gonna run into like fucking Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Sasquatch or something? That would suck. I mean, not Sasquatch, right? But that's not obviously gonna happen because it's one of those human stories, and there's early science stories of human evolution and shit. Fucking smoking crack and fucking reading science books at the same time came up with some great ideas to help Einstein out. But yeah, like, I don't think that's it. I don't think they're just fat and lazy. Because in that one nation, they weren't even fat and lazy. I mean, they were up till like 4 a.m. and then it's just like ghost town, like literal ghost town. Like, not even the cops were out there fucking to make sure no one was walking around and stuff.